Hi, this is Satiris Basakaropoulos. I'd just like to welcome you all this evening to our team hangout. This evening, if you're completely new, if you're not on our team and you haven't joined before, and you've just got an email and basically just come along to find out more about what this is about, then you're in the right place. Okay. If you're already one of our team members, we have a special announcement to make, and it is very time sensitive because already I think something is it 24 hours have gone, Matthew?
Yep.
Yeah, already of the time, so it's very, very time sensitive. So that's what one of the things we wanted to talk to you about. We'll be obviously going through some other things and some other trainings and mindset and strategies with you as well later on. But first, we want to have a wee chat about that stuff, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on to Matthew first. Okay, Matthew?
Thank you, Satiris, and welcome everybody to the Hangout. This is very informal. We're just hanging out, right? You're in your living room, and I'm in my living room. Satiris is in his, and we're hanging out together. But what we have to offer you is potentially incredibly life-transforming. So while we're hanging out and chilling out, at the same time, you want to shut out any distractions as much as possible. Turning off your phone, turning off the TV, or any windows you have on your computer open. Turn those things off, so you can focus on what's going on. One of the benefits there's many benefits actually to having a home-based business. Incredible amount of freedom that's involved with it, spending more time with your family and things like that, and just basically doing the stuff you want to do in life, without having to answer to anyone or be anywhere at a certain time, unless you choose to be, like doing this hangout right now. But there's also downsides to it as well. There can be distractions and things, and it's a possibility that my son might run over and jump on me at some stage in this, and stuff like that happens, But like I said, we're not formal. We're not sitting here in a suit and tie. If we wanted to do that, we'd go and work in an office somewhere, and that's what we don't want to do. Okay. So are really, why are you tuning into this tonight? Why are you tuning into this tonight or today or wherever you are in the world? Because there's people tuning into this from the living room all over the world right now, and I appreciate you're giving your time to this. You're giving your curiosity. So I and Satiris as well would like to deliver on that, the best possible information that we can. And you're either already in our team or you haven't already yet joined. So maybe you're just curious of what this is about, or how can you actually attain financial freedom. And what I was saying is create 10K a month. That's a nice round number for financial freedom, and that's what, for most people can live very well on that and live an amazing lifestyle, earning 10K a month from their own home, working part-time. You might have to work full-time for a few months, get things going, get momentum going, but it's very, very achievable to do this on a part-time basis, working from home. And that's what we want to talk about, because self-Satiris, we're part of a system that creates that. And I spent many years going up and down, basically, going up and down, trial and error. A lot of trial and error online, a lot of dead ends, a lot of disappointments, more than I would care to talk about, because I wasn't always following a formula for success. Trial and error is the long and hard way. The real key to success, well, primarily, is you have to take action. You have to take action in the direction you want to go. So you'll have to have a vision. You have to have a vision, and you have to take action towards that vision. But the big thing, because most people know that, most people do have a dream. Most people have some sort of dream in their life, and they have the ability to take a little bit of action. But what gets most people And that's why most people don't actually live out their vision, live out their dream. They start to minimize their lives and settle for less. Is because when they get knocked down, they don't get back up again. They start settling because the pain of disappointment, the pain of the various things, rejection, whatever it is, starts to get to them. And that pain, they go, well, I don't want that pain. I don't want another disappointment. And I see it all around me. I see young people with these bright sparks about them, glow about them, feeling very optimistic about their life, and then you see them years later, and life knocked them to their knees, and they're basically going through the rest of their life on their knees, metaphorically. They never got off their knees. And so the people that truly have outstanding success in life are those that are willing to take the knocks, are willing to have the disappointments, and when you get knocked to your knees, is to take a deep breath and get back up again. If you've ever taken a punch in the nose in the ring or something, you know how that feels. You want to quit. You want to quit straight away. But the real warriors are the ones that keep going. When you get a plug in the kidneys or in the gut, again, you can drop to your knees. The wind gets taken out of you. But all you have to do is wait for a few moments, take a few deep breaths, and get on back up again. So the real key to success is to keep going. If you want to create that dream life, any time you get knocked down, because you will get knocked down, you got to get back up again and keep going. And that's what I see in life. Those that truly make it are the ones that are willing to give it one more shot, each and every time. And like I said, I faced a lot of trial there. I faced a lot of disappointment. So that's the slow track. The fast track is what we're offering. The fast track is to already have a proven system. Already have a proven system. And have a mentor that is able to guide you in that system. That's the fast track, is to basically model success. To be able to model it. To see success and be able to model it. And if you have a vehicle, if you have a proven system, and if you have a mentor to guide you in that, that will get you there. Because part of it's taking action and keeping going. But then at times you have to adjust your course, right? You have to change your approach when appropriate. But how do you know when to do that? Because a fly bouncing off the window, that's a whole lot of energy, that's a whole lot of action, and they'll keep going until they die. But that's not very smart, You have to know when you're banging off a window and when to be able to change your approach. You've got to be able to know when to do that. So how do you know? Well, one way is through many years of trial and error, is where you attain experience and you attain wisdom, and you get it right sometimes, and then you work that one out. But the fast track is to have, like I said, a mentor, a guide, someone who can say, okay, change your approach here, do this instead. So when you can say, look, this isn't working for me, okay, now do this, right? And so that's really what we're offering. We're offering the fast track, because you can go through a lot of trial and error, which I've done. I think Cecilia might have done some trial and error too. Most people do. But then once you find a proven system, you have expert mentoring. Those that have actually walked the path before and had the success. That's when you can really do things, and do things very, very fast. And that is when you can compress time and get results faster than most people around you would think. How do they do that so fast? Yeah, and it's amazing when that happens. And so right now we have something that is the right place and the right time. We are in the right place and the right time, and you're surrounded by the right people. So let's go to our 10K per month. Because what you got to have is you got to have a desire. You got to have a desire. and to achieve that 10K per month. You know, a lot of different businesses, a lot of different jobs you can achieve 10K per month, but will it actually give you the freedom to live your life the way you want, to do what you want, or are you going to be stuck in a job that you just hate? You know, that's the thing. And so you got to have a vision, you got to take action, and you got to have a reason why. So what you want to look at is, okay, well, there's the figure, there's the number. Why do I want it? What's it going to give me in my life that I might not already have? And when you can work all that out, you know, what's it going to give you? Each and everything. How's it going to help you? What are your top values? What's really important to you? You know, is your family really important to you? Is being able to do great things in your community or whatever you're involved in? You have a passion in life, whether it be a sport or something creative, and you're just not getting time to do it because you're stuck in the corporate job or wherever you're at, and then by the time you get home you're just so worn out you can't do anything creative. You know, what's really important to you in life? What do you really value? And once you can paint that picture of your real reason why, what it's going to give you in life, then you can do it, right? So that's my son. I can just hear in the background. Back in a second.
You're okay. So,
do you want to talk a little bit about the system?
Yeah. Well, you see, one of the things basically about this system, you know, whether you're on our team and you've been, you know, you've joined or you've just joined, or whether you're thinking about joining our team, what we actually have is we have a system, right? We have basically a blogging system, a system with trainings, with mentors, with other people that you can associate with. Share your information, ideas, learn from, and sort of model on what they're actually doing, stuff that's already working. So basically, instead of you going and joining some business where you're running around and starting to learn from scratch, like I did in the beginning, you know, I spent years just, you know, paying for courses and stuff, and I never got personal help or personal, you know, one-on-one with people. And the thing that we offer, which is different, you know, from a lot of these other deals out there, is the fact that, you know, you can actually come to myself, or, you know, you can come to Matthew, you can come to any of our team members and sort of explain what you're doing or explain what you're trying to do, and we can show you and help you and take you through the steps that you need to actually know to be able to, you know, set up your website, to be able to put your business online, to be able to promote your business with, you know, different social networks. You know, we can show you how to, you know, how to promote your business with Twitter, you know, how to promote it with Facebook, using groups, with YouTube. You know, Matthew's the master of YouTube videos there. So with over, how many million views are you at now on your channel, Matthew?
Well, about 6.5 at least. About 6.5 million.
6.5 million. So I mean, this guy's got 6.5 million views. So, you know, if you want to know how to get people to see your stuff, with YouTube, you know, Matthew definitely is a leading figure in that respect as well. So, you know, those are the types of things that we're able to help you with. You know, we're able to, you know, show you, you know, we've had results in the business. We have results in the business. We can show you the stuff we're doing. We can show you stuff that works. We can show you stuff that doesn't work. We can be brutally honest with you and, you know, say to you when we see your website or your page and say, you know, this works or this doesn't work, you know, and you could spend months or years, you know, trying to build a business online and just missing some simple details that you aren't doing. which could be costing you an absolute fortune. So, you know, the thing about it is when you join our team, you can join our team just, you know, by clicking the link below this video at any stage throughout the video. So, you know, at any time at all throughout this video, you know, feel free to click the link. It'll open in a separate window, so you won't lose the Hangout or anything. Okay, you can, you know, join while we're talking here. But basically, what you'll get access to is, as well as getting access to, you know, myself, the rest of the team, you also get access to another team, a large team called the Prosperity Team, and inside that you get a team training site, you get a back office, you get multiple capture page funnels, and loads of marketing material and marketing trainings on all the different types of marketing, right? Now that's also on top of being able to, you know, personally come and ask myself, you know, how do I do this? You know, how do I write a blog post? What will I write about? You know, how do I promote my stuff on Twitter? You know, how do I set up my Twitter account? I might actually do that. I might go through that with you quickly in a wee while. I might go through, you know, showing you how to get more followers on Twitter, you know, and talk you a little bit about that, okay? But, you know, basically we can show you all that stuff and save you years and years of heartache. We can save you thousands of, you know, dollars by going and buying things that don't work or buying out-of-date courses, because there's so many things out there on the internet that are completely out of date and that there's nobody behind them. You know, there's like somebody who made them 4 years ago and there's like nobody there. They're completely virtual, you know, and you're going and you're buying this stuff which is completely out of date. You know, you've no one to ask, you know, does this stuff still work? And you could be sitting, you know, spending hours a day trying to build a business on some totally you know, totally useless method of marketing that's completely out of date. And the thing about it is, with myself and with Matthew and, you know, with the Prosperity Team, I mean, we're always looking for the latest up-to-date marketing techniques from top earners in the business, right? We're looking from people who are making the top amounts of money in the business. We're following them. We're learning stuff continuously. You know, we've got all these products inside our system, inside Empower Network. We've got all these trainings about what, you know, what we should be doing, how we should be marketing, what we should be saying, what we should be expecting, what we actually need to do, what we need to focus on, you know, in our business. You know, the fact that we need to actually visualize on what we want to create. You know, because sometimes people visualize instead of on what they want to create, they visualize on what they don't want, which can have a completely negative effect on them. So these are the types of things you will get, you know, inside our, you know, basically inside our trainings, inside our system. As well as that, there's a membership. If you look on this website, you'll see on the right, people can click to register. Now, you know, to register to see all the, you know, the top trainings and stuff that we actually have in our past Hangouts, because we have a lot of, you know, we take sections of our Hangouts where we'll put really, really cool techniques for promoting your business, right? And we always in a Hangout have a few of these little gold nuggets, right? So basically, if you're somebody just come and visit this website, you can't actually go and check out all our past trainings. But the thing is, anybody who's on our team can go in, they can register completely free, and they can go in and they can see all, you know, see all these different trainings and stuff, and get access into our back office and stuff just by, you know, clicking the button below. Even, you know, if they even join at the $25 level, you know, they're getting access into the back office and into the trainings. Now, if people come outside this business, because obviously, you know, I have to spend hours, you know, working on the videos, learning the stuff, finding the latest up-to-date methods, and then putting them out there. So, I mean, if you come and you click to register on the site and pay to be a member, you know, it's $97, right? Now, by coming here and coming this route, not only are you getting access to ourselves, you're getting access to the Prosperity team, you're getting access to the Empower Network products that you buy. You know, you're also getting access to all of that, right? And that's completely free, which, you know, you're not going to get that anywhere else, you know, only through ourselves, right? You're not going to get that. So the thing about it is, I mean, we said it was going to be was a special announcement tonight, and it is a completely fantastic announcement, right? Because if this had happened to me when I joined in the business, I would have been like leapfrogging all around the place, right? So I'm basically leapfrogging all around the place for you, right? For you with excitement, because you know what you have in store by coming here. You know, we came here and we basically bought all the products in Empower Network, and you know, from that, I mean, I've multiplied so much my income so many times by going all in. But I mean, we paid. I know, what was it, Matthew? It was over. Was it over $5,000 or something? Maybe 5.5 or something.
5,400 something, $5,400
5,400
or
or something. So I mean, basically, for us to go all in, it costed us $5,400, right? But if we hadn't have gone all in, I mean, I don't know, we would have lost, you know, at least, you know, I would have personally lost at least 4 or 5 or 6 times that money if I hadn't have done it, right? So it would have been insane not to. But the thing about it is Empower Network have brought out a thing, so this is why it's so urgent for people who are in our team already, and it's also urgent for someone coming in, because you're the first people to get the opportunity at this. And what it is basically is anybody who goes all in, either in the first week, if it's the first 72 hours of joining Empower Network, right, you're getting at $2,300 off going all in, right? So basically, you can go all in for, it's like, what is it, 3 something?
2,997.
2,997, right? So basically, you can go all in for 2,997. So you can save like, you know, nearly 2.5 grand, right? Now, I mean, we were never offered this opportunity. This is an absolutely fantastic opportunity, because the thing is, from every person who comes and joins this business, when they go all in, and a certain number of percentage of people who join do go all in because they realize they're going to lose money if they're not all in, right? So, I mean, for each person, you know, you can get over $5,000, right, for one sale, right? So that means you could go and make one all-in sale a month and make over $5,000 a month, right? Now, people always say, oh, well, I'd like to make $1,000 a week. Well, you know, could you do one sale a month? Is it possible for you to make one all-in sale a month? Because if it's possible to make one sale a month, you know, you could be making $5,000 a month, right? Plus, you don't have to pay $5,000 to get all in. You can get all in for $2,900, right? So it's completely. This is a no-brainer, because the thing about it is, it's only for 72 hours. Okay, now I would say about 38 hours have gone, Matthew. Yeah, for the people who are already in Empower Network in our team. I would say 38 hours of that are gone.
It's almost 48 hours left to get the bundle at the discounted price. And you know, so it's the time to take action on that is right now. And so what I misunderstood when I first heard about this incredible offer was, I thought this was going for like 30 days or something, and then I realized that it was 72 hours from 38 hours ago. And then, like, oh my God, you know?
Absolutely. So, I mean, this is going to cost, anybody who doesn't take action now. Sorry.
Go for it.
No, anybody who basically doesn't take action now, right, in the next whatever it is left, 40-something hours, right? Anybody who doesn't go all in now is going to have to pay the full price, right? They're going to have to pay over $2,000. Or the other possibility is you could, you know, join Empower Network at the $25 level, and you could promote it at the $25 level, And then, you could pass up the $100 commissions to someone else, or you could pass it to me, or pass it to Matthew or someone else if you're not all in, and the $500 and the $1,000 and the $3,000 commissions, right? But that's insane, right? That's insane, because if you bring people into the business, you should be getting the commissions, right? You should be getting the commissions because you're doing you're actually doing the work. You're doing, what we're teaching you. You're actually sitting down and doing it, and you're bringing in the people. So you should be getting the commissions, right? So that's why, we're saying to you now, I mean, if ever there was an opportunity to save $2,300 to be all in, I mean, we would have been hopping and skipping. If we had a came Matthew at the beginning, and Mike Hobbs said, look, we'll give you 2,300 off going on, would have been all in like that, right? Would have flipping jumped,
Yep.
you know what I mean? So
Right now,
it's a completely one-off thing. It's one-off, right? It's one-off. You're only going to get it for another 40 hours. It'll never happen again. You'll have to pay $5,000 if you want to get all in, or else you'll have to lose commissions. Those are your choices, because if you're in this business and you're promoting the business seriously, you're going to eventually start making sales. And when you make those sales, if you don't have the products, you're going to lose commissions, right? So it depends if you're serious or not.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're serious,
create this dream for you.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do it now, you're never going to do it. This is your very last chance at you creating whatever your dream is. Because if you don't do it now, you'll never do it. Because this is the right place at the right time. People talk about the right place at the right time. Right now, right here, this is the right place at the right time, and these are the right people. For me, it has to be about the people. It has to be about the heart. I worked this out that my greatest success has happened whenever it's about people, whenever it's about animals. And you know me, you know that I'm an animal lover, yeah? Whenever I do things involved with that, I have success. Whenever I do things involved with the environment, I have success because that's about heart, I've got involved with things before that were just purely numbers, purely investment type things. And I had no motivation for it because I just wasn't motivated by the online things that didn't have people involved. When there was no face, there was no people, there was no one to inspire, no one to empower, no one that I could take their pain away of or guide them in some way. I had no motivation for anything like that. And then what I find when I look back, because as Steve Jobs once said, you can't join the dots going forward. It's only when you look back that you see where the dots join together. It's really when we look back and we can reflect on our past failures, our past successes, and things like that. And that's what I see. I see my successes happen most whenever it's about helping, whenever it's about assisting, whenever it's about empowering people, taking pain away, being a beacon of light, or whatever that is. And that's what this is about. This is people say, well, what is Empower Network? Empower Network is you. It's you empowering your life and helping others do the same. And you might wonder what does this mean? What does this mean to go all in? Well, basically what you're doing is you're buying into a business where you get the most cutting edge training products, marketing training, personal development training, communication, sales, relationships, the whole shebang. You're getting the most cutting edge training there is available anywhere in the world. Not only are you getting that, you're getting it right now for the next 48 hours at a ridiculously low price. Ridiculous. Like seriously, I just snapped that up right now. And on top of that, you're also, once you go through those trainings and products, they're life-changing. They will change your life completely. And then, not only that, you also have the rights, full rights to sell those products. You can then sell those products to
And
other
get
people to
100%
help them do the
commissions.
same. Whether they are interested in Empower Network as a business, or whether they have their own business or offline business, or whether they're just into personal development, the products can assist them in their life, whether they're looking to build a business or not. This is a community of people that have very high standards, and that's what I'm always looking for. I'm always looking for to spend time with people of high standards, and this is a community of people with high standards, with integrity, that are looking to help each other, to lift each other up, and that's why I'm a part of it. And that's why I'm doing this right now, because I know there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of pain, that feel a bit lost. If you're online now and you're watching this right now, it's because you've either clicked on a link on social media, or received an email and it's jumped out at you and you've clicked on it because you're looking for change. You're looking for something different. You've had enough disappointment in your life, enough dead ends. The internet, it's either a minefield or it's a waste ground. You can get involved in some things, and they're just scams and rip-offs and things like that. And you get involved with other things, and there's just nothing. Like Satira's just saying, you can buy a product and it's so many years old and it doesn't work anymore, and the guru selling it doesn't even care. But this is about caring. This is about helping each other. This is about an empowered network, a network of empowered people that are helping each other to fight the forces of evil, as they say. Like a lot of people talk about beating the elite. How do we beat the elite? You beat the elite by being elite, right? You be elite, and that's how we do it. We empower ourselves, rather than being a slave to the system. And that's what it's about. And that's what a lot of people don't get that. A lot of people don't get that. This is about empowering each other, not being a slave to the system, and it doesn't matter who you are, what your background, what country you're from, and what your education. This is a level playing field. This is a wonderful age right now that we're in. That it is a level playing field. Whether you are sitting in your house in Thailand right now, or in some country in Africa, in Egypt, or somewhere, it doesn't matter. This is a level playing field. You can create a first world income living in a third world country. You can create a doctor's income being a high school dropout.
Exactly.
That's it. Whether you're pregnant and you can't get a job because you're pregnant, you can build a business here. It doesn't matter if you've just come out of prison. No one's looking at your past. It's like, well, what are you going to do now? Who are you right now? What's your level of desire? What's your level of commitment? How bad do you want it? How bad do you want to live life on your terms, a life of freedom? Money freedom, time freedom, to be yourself. That's what it comes down to. To be yourself and to spend time with people you want to spend time with, and live wherever you want to live in the world. And
I was just saying today there, Matthew. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah,
No, I was just saying today there, Matthew. I actually did a blog post about it there, and I was saying, my son today went to go, for an interview for his first day at a grammar school, basically, that he was accepted into. And I'm the opposite of most parents. I tell him I don't care what he does educationally. It doesn't make any difference to me, because I believe that the person that you are, it doesn't matter how smart you are, how academic you are. It matters about your financial education. It matters about how you understand how money works and how you understand how system works and leveraging works. And basically, I went today with him, and I just realized that it's like, it seems like yesterday that he was going to his play school and his primary school. And the thing about it is through all those years of playgroup and primary school, I was there every day. I was there every morning. I took him every morning to his playgroup. I took him every morning to his primary school. I picked him up after school every morning, after playgroup, and the thing about it is, I wasn't leaving my child to sort of go and fend for himself, or having to come through maybe a rough area or whatever, or stuff like that, because the fact of the matter was I work from home, so I can be wherever I want to be whenever I want to be. I was able to take my children for 4 months to Bulgaria and then Greece. Then another time, I think we went for 3 months. Then we went another time for 2 months. And the only reason I could do stuff and can do stuff like that is because I have an online business. I can go away and I'm still getting commissions. I'm still getting residual income and money coming in while I'm away, no matter where I am in the world. And anyone who's in this room, no matter where you are in the world, or where you think how bad you might think is where you are in the world, you can make exactly the same money if you follow the systems and the formula that you will learn with us and inside this business. So that's what you have available tonight to yourself. So it's not a matter of thinking about it, or it's not a matter of thinking, well, it would be nice. You need to make that decision, because if you don't make that decision, someone else will paint your path for you. If you don't make that decision, you will go to some employer and they will map out your day. They will map out your hours. They will tell you why you can't pick up your child. They will tell you why you can't go on a holiday. They will tell you why you need to be in on that day when you were sure you were going to be off, right? Because you will not control your life. And one of the most important things you need in your life is to have the freedom to choose to be who you want to be and do what you want to do. And this business gives you that. It gives you the freedom to be where you want to be, to do what you want to do, to talk to and associate with people who lift you to a higher level. You don't have to go and sit in some job and listen to some miserable people talking about how much they hate their job all day and how they wish they could win a lottery ticket, right? You don't have to listen to all that stuff. You can be with people, achievers. You can be with other people who have the same mindset as you, whether it be about animals, whether it be about health, whether it be about money, be about internet marketing. You can be around those people, and it doesn't matter where in the world they are, and you can have a business out of it, which makes you residual income, which means you're getting money to your debit card, to checks, to direct bank payments. There's so many different avenues, of stuff. I get a lot of stuff from PayPal. I get stuff from different PayPal things. I get stuff from Google, direct payments now, because they don't send checks anymore. I get checks from ClickBank. I get checks. I get I load up my debit card. I load up my Empower Network debit card, so I have my card where I can just go and pay for everything with my Empower Network. So by doing this business, you can have access to that and you can control that. You're in more control of that. Whereas with a job, you're always going to be reliant on someone else. You're going to be reliant on their business. You're going to be reliant on what they want. You're going to be reliant on whether they like you or not, right? There's so many factors there. You're going to be reliant on whether that government is still in power next year, right? Or that department of the government gets shut down because they bring somebody else in to do it. So you're taking control of your life. By doing what we are doing, you're taking control of your life. And that's what we're given the opportunity to do here, so that later on you're not disappointed, so that you don't get to 60 years old and wonder why your pension, right, that was meant to be, 15% growth a year, right, for the next 50 years, right? And then in 40 years, your pension is like, doubled, right, or tripled what you actually paid in it, and in the next year, the money, kind of devalued by like 50%. So in 30 or 40 years, your pension, it could be like sweetie money for your children, right? And you're working for years to pay for that pension. Or the government can do what they did in Greece. They can just say, well, we're broke, or we spent your money. Sorry, there's no pension, right? So you work for 40 years and you get nothing. So that's your choice. You can take that road, and you can let other people control your lifestyle, your income, your family's income. If your family are sick, you won't be able to pay for them, for the things they need, right? And this is the kind of choices you're making by setting up your own business. Whenever Matthew or myself or anyone on our team makes money, right, they're paying each other. We're not giving money to all the big corporations. We're not feeding Facebook. We're not feeding the government. We're not feeding, the top multimillionaire in this business, right? We're feeding each other. We're helping each other. We're empowering each other. If I buy something off my upline, he gets that to feed his children, right? It's the same thing that will be happening with you. When someone comes under you, they will be feeding your children. They will be helping you. You'll be empowering each other's lives together. And that's the thing about this. There's so many businesses. Even if you're in affiliate marketing, right, you're dependent on somebody else tracking the money. You're dependent on them sending it maybe in 2 months. You maybe have to wait for 2 months, right, to get the money. You're dependent that they're not crooked, right, that they're not crooked, and they're not going to say, we didn't get any, links, or it wasn't your link or whatever. And the things about Empower Network is you can see as clear as day every person you bring into your Empower Network. You can go into your back office and you can see, the commissions there. You can see who it came from, and where your money's coming from. And that's the beautiful thing about this. Nobody can say, there's people who'll say everything's a scam, right? But nobody with even half a brain would be able to say that something's a scam when you're actually paying your sponsor directly, right? You're paying your sponsor directly. So anyone, if you ever hear anyone saying the bar network's a scam, it's like, they must be psychopaths, right? They must be psychopaths, because for you to come and pay me for joining the Empower Network and for getting access to the system, you're paying me, I mean, and your downline's going to be paying you exactly the same thing, and we're going to be offering you all that stuff that you get, all the trainings, all the help, all the community, right? Which you won't get anywhere else. I've been in so many different businesses. When I started online, I tried different affiliate products, tried Amazon. I mean, Amazon pay out like 3 to maybe 7 or 8% for product, right? And I hear people coming, and I just hear people coming saying, I want to sell Amazon books on my website, and I want to make money by doing that. And I'm going like, these Amazon books are maybe, $10, right? And they're going to get 3%. They're going to get 30 cents. Can you imagine how many flipping books on Amazon you're going to have to sell to make $5,000 a month? Yeah? I mean, you need to have 1 million websites. I've been there. I've had 600 websites. I know that it costs, maybe £1,500 a month for hosting to have 600 or 700 websites, right? And I know that. So, you don't want to go that road. You want to go the easy road, the road that works, the road that other people who are successful are using. And that's what we give you here. That is what you have access to here, and you can get any one of us at any time. You know, you can get me on Facebook at any time, or on Skype, and Matthew, and we will get back to you. You know, we're real people, and we will help you with whatever it is, you know, that you need help with. Sorry, I went on a rant.
Probably important to think out at this stage that in case we've mentioned anything about income or anything like that, it's a good idea to check out the earnings disclaimer at empowernetwork.com/income, because there is no guarantee of income. You know, income is dependent on your desire, on your efforts, and on your ability to follow instructions and to take decisive action when it is necessary. And, because there is an average income disclaimer that we have, and people that are average don't actually earn very much, because people that are average don't do very much. People that are average don't have much initiative. But we're not interested in average. Average is you're not born average. Here's the thing: no one is born average. No one actually is. What makes people average is what they do. What you do every day either makes you average or not average. It has got nothing to do with intelligence, nothing to do with experience or skills or anything like that. Average is what you decide to do every morning when you wake up. And that decides whether you're average or whether you're not. And it really comes down to an attitude. It really comes down to an attitude. And you'll know right now, do you have the attitude of the sort of person that wants to join us right now and just get in and just do whatever it takes? And it's just the attitude of, you might have heard the donkey story. The story of a donkey, and the donkey falls down the well. And the farmer comes over, and the donkey's howling, and the farmer looks down and says, "There's no way I'm getting that donkey out of that well. It's a dry well. It's too heavy. He doesn't have the equipment to pull it up." And he says, "Okay, let's put the donkey out of its misery." So he gets a shovel, and he starts filling in the well to bury the donkey. And a couple of the other farmers and villagers come around and start helping him. And they're all got shovels. They're all throwing dirt in on top of this donkey. And every time some dirt builds up on top of the donkey's shoulders on its head, the donkey just shakes it off. And the dirt goes down to the ground then, and then the donkey steps up. And then they keep filling in the well with the soil. And more soil goes on the donkey's shoulders, more soil goes on the donkey's head, and the donkey just shakes it off. And then he steps up again. And every time he steps up, he's stepping up higher on the higher soil that's being piled in. And the donkey keeps going. No matter how much crap is poured on top of him, he shakes it off and he steps up again. Until it gets to the point that he's at the same level of the people that are filling in the hole. And the donkey jumps out and heads off. And so, success in life is a perception. Success in life is a perception. Some people get a lot of crap thrown over them and they say, "Per me, look at all the crap that's being thrown over me. Look, it was him over there, it was her over there, they threw this crap on me, they're the ones to blame why my life didn't work out the way I wanted it to." Or they just start complaining and they say, "Look at all this crap over me. Why does this stuff always have to happen to me? Why is it me that always gets the crap thrown over me?" Or they rationalize and say, "Well, I'm just the sort of person that gets crap thrown over them. What are you going to do?" Right? But then the other type of person, which is the person we're talking to right now, which is you, if you're still on this call right now, it's you, because most other people have just headed off that just want to live life of crap on them, right? And the other perception is whenever crap gets thrown on you, is you shake it off and you learn from it, and you grow from it, and you develop from it, and it strengthens you. And that's what the donkey did. It used it. It used it to its advantage. It shook it off and it stepped up. And so whenever life knocks you down, whenever you get a disappointment, whenever you get crap thrown on you, it's Okay, we shake it off and you say, what can I learn from this? How can I then apply this in my life? How can I then help other people that might have crap thrown on them? Say, hey, look, you just got to shake it off and step up. What can you learn from that crap? How can you use that? And that actually becomes your most powerful ally in life, is your story, is your own story of success. And because if you never had any crap thrown on you, you don't have a story. You can't relate to other people, really. Because you
Yeah.
can't empathize because you just don't know.
Yeah.
If all of life's just been a walk in the park and you see people who are struggling, you go, what's up with them? You just don't know.
Yeah.
So the
Absolutely.
crap that gets thrown on you is a gift. It's a complete gift and it's a complete blessing. And you just got to know to shake it off and step up and use it, right? So I know that everybody's had crap thrown over them. And what do? Are you going to, just say, okay, it's
Take
someone
it.
else's fault, or you just
Accept it.
complain about it or rationalize? Or are you going to shake it off, step up, and say, okay, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to do it right now. And you're in the right place at the right time right now. Sometimes you just got to trust, right? You just got to say, look, maybe I don't know that guy sitting on the other side of the world talking to me right now, but I'm going to trust him. That this may be my only hope. Because really, what's the best thing that can happen? Best thing that can happen is you can completely transform life and do whatever you want the rest of your life and live a life you could maybe have never even dreamed of before. What's the worst thing that can happen? You get a lesson. You get a lesson. That's it. A lesson that you can build on with something else. So the best thing to do is just take some action. And join our team, get all in, and also get to the next event that's happening. If you're in our team, you need to get to that next event. You do
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Unless you want to buy the FBI, then what can you do?
Don't know anybody in here like
That's a
that, do
private
you?
joke. That's a private joke. So that's the sort of people that I'm interested in interacting with. I've had one or two people that have joined me and I've just complained about things. I
Yeah.
you're not going to make it. You got to take action. You got to be decisive. You got to have a vision. Follow people with a vision. Create your
My
own vision. I,
my
th- I think I said it
experience
last week.
my experience of people is that you need to be committed. You need to decide. You need to make a decision and step up. But sometimes people come in and they take on a victim mentality. And it's very, very important to sort of look at yourself and sometimes listen to yourself and listen to what you're saying, listen to what that inner voice in your head saying. Because if that voice in your head is speaking like a victim, right? There's no room for you to be successful and be a victim at the same time. You can't be a victim and be successful, because a victim is someone who complains. A victim is someone who says, that didn't work for me because this, and it's not going to work for that, and it's not going to work. So while you let that voice, the victim voice in your head take over, you're not going to have success. And the thing about it is, successful people don't want to be around victims, right? So it's very important, even if you're at the lowest ebb of your life. I remember went through a very bad patch, and I spoke to a friend of mine who was very successful on Facebook, and they sent me a thing, and I thought, oh, I'm going to get a bit of sympathy here, or whatever, right? And they sent me a message back, and basically they said, you're a victim, you're being a victim, and he says, if you keep on being a victim, right? He was speaking to me, straight as anything, if you keep on being a victim, your life's going to get worse. It's going to suck even more. Your relationship's going to get worse. It's going to keep on getting worse. And the more you be a victim, the worse it's going to get, right? So the thing is, if you can spot that and someone can tell you, look, you're being a victim, right? And you can take that in your mind and become aware, as Matthew always says, become aware of what that voice in your head is telling yourself. You can just switch that just like that. You can just turn off that victim instantly, and you can make that decision to go and do whatever it is you want to do as soon as you turn that off. As soon as you turn that off. But you have to turn that off first. So when I go into, a website or see somebody in the comments, saying, "Oh, that didn't work for me," or "I, did something and got scammed, and this is probably a scam, and this and that and the other," and I see people like that, I know they're victims, right? And I know they'll probably go and find their next scam, because everything in their head is a scam. No matter what they do, if they go into the shop and buy, buy a lettuce. Do you know what I mean? It'll be a scam. A slug will have eaten one of the leaves or something. Do you know what I mean? It'll have been a scam, because everything they're looking for is a scam. So it's very, very important to not be a victim. It's very, very important to decide what you want and make that move towards it. You're being offered something here that will change your life, that will make you successful if you follow the steps, and if you take action, right? If you take action and you do all the stuff, you will eventually be successful. It's not an instant thing. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not a lottery ticket. But if you continue to take the actions that the successful people are doing, and you learn what they're doing and you model them, you will eventually become successful, right? You might have to change things a wee bit. You might be better at video than Facebook, or you might be better at Facebook than video, or you might outsource your videos. But at the end of the day, if you keep on working on it and you decide and you have a goal in mind, you have an income in mind, you say, I want to make, $5,000 a week. I want to make $10,000 a month. I want to make $30,000 a month. If you decide that and you keep on heading for that goal, and that's all you think about, then you are absolutely, it's absolutely so ginormously possible for you to achieve your goal, because you decide it, because you take the action, right? But you need to think like that, and you need to stop listening to, I try and stay away. If I hear people being really, really negative all the time, I'll sort of say, well, look, this would help you if you sort of think in this way, or think about this instead. But if they're just people who are just, that's all they can talk about, they're not going to be successful, right? And it's like the crabs in a bucket syndrome. If one crab tries to get out of the bucket, all the other crabs drag it back in, right? Because they don't want the crab to be successful and get out of the bucket, right? They don't want the crab to get out of the bucket. So, sometimes you just have to get out of the bucket. Sometimes you have to get out of the bucket and be the crab that escapes, right? And makes the money and becomes successful, right? And not the one who's sitting working, stacking shelves for the rest of your life in some corner shop, And that's entirely your choice. It's your decision, and your mind will determine that. Your mind, what steps you take in your life will determine that. So, if you're being given an opportunity like this today, and you don't take that opportunity, it's a missed opportunity in your life. It's a missed opportunity in your life that can take you to a completely different place from where you have been up until now. You can do what you've been doing up until now, and you'll be in the same place exactly in 10 years, doing the same thing you've done for the last 10 years. Or you can do something different, and you can follow people who are doing what you would like to do, and you can be like those people, or you could be way ahead of those people in 5 years. But that's entirely your decision. It's entirely your decision.
So be the king crab.
Exactly.
So just to I suppose start to round things up. Going back to putting it into a nutshell, to create an online income of 10 grand per month within the next 90 days. Is it possible? Yes, it's very possible. Many people in an Empower network have created that within 90 days. Very, very possible. Just watching um, some footage from the last event where a guy, AK Jr., his name was,
Yeah.
got up, and in 90 days he made 100 grand in 90 days.
Mm-hmm.
Averaged out $1,000 a day is what he averaged out. He's not average, right? He took an extraordinary amount of action to do that, and that's what is required. Like I said, you can see the average earnings disclaimer at empowernetwork.com/income for the average. But who cares about average? I'm not interested in the average. I'm like, well, what are the top earners making?
Yeah.
Because that's who you become when you decide to become that. If you want to look at the average, then you're just going to stay average. Look at who you want to emulate. And that's what you can do. That's what you can do. And with the relaunch of Empower Network now, the relaunch of the compensation plan, the relaunch of the company, in effect, the vision, the reorganization of the vision, the incomes are going to jump massively. And there's a wave. There's a huge wave coming. And start paddling now. Start paddling right now. Any surfer knows that when the big wave comes, you've got to start paddling. You've got to anticipate that wave. You've got to start paddling before that wave gets to you. So when that wave does get to you, that you've got momentum, and then you can ride that wave all the way to your most compelling vision that you have in your life. So here's what you do. This is how you do it. Is you get in now. If you're not already in, you get in. You get all in with the bundle as fast as possible. You have 48 hours to do that. Get all in as fast as possible. Then you get to the next event, which is in Charlotte at the end of this month. You get to that event. When you get into your back office, you're going to be able to find out where that event is, get tickets and everything for that event, and then you start immediately following the 8 core commitments. There's a training series within your back office and Empower for the 8 core commitments. Incredibly powerful training. Like I said before, success is what you do every single day. Average is what you do every single day. You get to choose. And the 8 core commitments are 8 steps that you carry out every single day. And when you carry those 8 steps out every single day, you become successful almost instantly, like a magic thing that happens, a magic click of the fingers, and suddenly you start becoming successful every day because you start doing things differently. And when you start doing things differently, then you create new habits. And as Stephen Covey said in his famous book, that the habits of the most highly effective people in the world, the habits, right? Because it's when you create habits, success habits, that becomes your success. It's not something that's out there in the future. It's not some sort of secret, some sort of law of attraction visualization thing that you go to. It's what you do right now by taking that decisive action right now, because successful people make decisions fast and change their mind slowly to make that decision. And then by following the 8 core commitments every single day, then you start to see where you're going. You get momentum, and then you can readjust as you go, as you work closely with us. Because like I said, I'm just looking for 20 people. That's all I'm looking for. 20 people to work closely with that all have a single vision to create massive prosperity in their life. And that's where I'm going. I'm going there, and 20 people will join me. 20 people will join Satira or more. And in this next couple of days that will do this. The question is it you or is it not? For me, my commitment, my resolve is there. For me, it's already done. It's already happened. It's just a question is, will you be with me? That's the only question. For me, it's already done. There's no doubt. There's nothing. It's like Napoleon Hill said, when you make a commitment to something, when you make a commitment, divine providence takes over. When you trust in something and you commit to it, something comes in and takes over, and magic starts to happen. And so this is an incredible journey that we're embarking on now. We've been on for a while, but we're relaunching. This is a new journey.
Absolutely.
And we're going to be on this ship together, working together, helping each other. So the question is it going to be you? Make that decision now. That's me. I'm done.
Okay. Yeah. I just I just wanna say, that's what you say, Matthew. Absolutely perfect. Can't say any better. I was going to do a Twitter training, but we've sort of run out of time. I don't want to go on for ages, so I'm going to do it instead next week. But what I'll have is I'll leave another training for you in the comments. It'll be a Pinterest one, and if you come back, in a few hours, you'll be able to get access to that just under the video here. Okay, so so what I would leave you with is this opportunity is nearly it's frittering away by the minute, right? So you want to go and you want to go into your back office. If you're on our team, you want to go into your back office and you want to get that. You want to get all in whatever way you can before that time runs out, right? You want to go and do it now. And if you're just new and you want to team up with us, you want our help and our experience to move you forward in your business and transform your life in the process, then all you have to do is just click that button below and get all in with us. So it's been great talking to you from myself, Satiris Basakaropoulos, and Matthew Armstrong, and we will see you again at 9 p.m. GMT next week. Okay, have a good week.